going on, guys? Today's video may shock you, but as an evil investor, I'm gonna tell you why I don't think Pokemon should do serialized or collector's edition products. Um, now, let me specify too, kind of specifically what I mean by this. I'm not talking about like supplementary products and other things. I'm specifically talking about having different versions of packs. Obviously, Pokemon does tons of supplementary stuff, but it's always that pack. For example, Magic: The Gathering. They've had over like 6 or 7 different packs. Like play, draft, the regular ones, collectors, jumpstart, set. I'm sure I missed it, or draft. It's too many, right? And that's the problem that we're going to talk about today. It's not about all the ancillary products, because when there's Silver Tempest, it's Silver Tempest. There isn't like Silver Tempest draft, Silver Tempest set, Silver Tempest collectors. It's just a Silver Tempest pack, right? So that just, get that out of the way. So there's 3 main reasons why I think they shouldn't, and they kind of all come together into one point. And the first point I'll make is dividing the player base. Like I said before, with how many different packs there are, when someone goes into a store, it's not just like, hey, I want this pack, or hey, I'm collecting this set. It's, oh, I need Kamigawa draft. I need Kamigawa set. Oh, well, I only collect Kamigawa collectors for the neon print, right? So just as a collector, you're just like, well, do I collect the set boxes? Do I collect the draft boxes? Do I collect the collector's boxes, right? And you're basically splitting everybody's money up, right? Like there's only a certain bag of money, right? Or a certain pool of money, if you want to say, right? That can be distributed to Kamigawa, right? And when you're chunking it into like 3 different sections, well, you can't funnel all the money. It just splits it up, right? And it just the big thing is it creates confusion and it divides. The second big thing for me is the price point, and the way it's sold isn't appealing to like the younger audience, or like the newer and mostly younger, right? And I think that's Pokemon's biggest like strong point, is that the products, it's like $3.50, it's less than $4 a pack, right? And it's been that way since like the 90s, right? And that's like the one amazing thing that Pokemon has done, right? You don't have these like with Magic, they have like almost $30 packs, right? For a single pack, it's like $27 if you go to Walmart. And so it's like, what's going to get someone hooked more, right? Like, what is someone more likely to kind of carry on with them and build nostalgia for? Is it like something that they were able to get for as a kid, or like a product that isn't even for them, so there's really no kind of hook to get them going to come back to with the nostalgia? So that's the second big thing for me, is just there's no really nostalgia grab hook for younger people to kind of then build value up over time for when they get jobs and stuff, right? The third thing is the value's kind of cooked into it already. The company themselves is already taking most of that, like, they kind of already cooked in the value of what they think it could get to, right? And I think that's the problem, where it's like, okay, and I give this example, and I know it's not the best example, right? But would you rather have gone and bought a Vivid Voltage, just regular booster box that, at the time when it first came out, you could have gotten for like $100 to $150, and you had a chance at pulling basically like a $500 Pikachu, right? Or do you go buy like a Magic Collector's Edition Brothers War for $250 or whatever, and then you pull a serialized card and it's like a $75 serialized card? Just because it's a collector's, like, I don't remember who told me this, but basically, and I think it's a genius statement, if the word like collector or whatever is in the product name or on the product, like it, or collector's edition, like that's probably not like That's like, I wouldn't, you know what I mean? That's like designed up front for them to like eat the money up. So yes, obviously I know that there's some Magic collector boxes that have done well, but go watch my videos, guys. Besides like Lord of the Rings and like 2 or 3 other ones out of like the 20 collector boxes, none of them are really doing that hot. Comparatively, you can compare them to Pokemon. It's crazy. And that's like, in my mind, I feel like serialization and collector's editions are basically like the death throes of a company, right? Like, who was the first one to do it? Sports cards. They did it when they were failing and they had no other options, and they just had to throw the most crazy stuff at the wall to make it stick, right? And then what did we see? Magic. Magic did that when they were starting to falter, and, you know, Magic 30 and that whole debacle. I feel like it's kind of just this like last resort thing you don't need to do. If you can make, like, we're seeing like the Pikachus, right? And the Greninjas, these cards that aren't serialized at all are fetching for the same price as Magic serialized cards. Now, yes, if it was a Pokemon serialized card, I'm sure the prices could be astronomical, right? But I don't think we need, I think that's kind of like killing the golden goose. I don't think you need to do that. I feel like it's kind of like a desperate hurrah kind of thing. I feel like what Pokemon should do, and what I feel like they kind of are doing, is they've made the booster box the collector's edition, right? Where the supplementary products and all that, like, you can get these packs, that's no problem, right? Like, there's tons of ways for the consumer to get the packs. But if you want to collect or have like a booster box, they're a little bit harder to get. And maybe if they could guarantee the hits a little bit better of the boxes, where there was like some sort of premium just to the box itself of having it, but it's the same packs. I think that's kind of what they're leaning towards, and I think that's what they should do, where it's still just the same 150, 100, you know, whatever, $100 to $160 box. It's, everyone can get one. It's $350, $4 packs, and everyone can pick them up, and that way they're hooked. You got to get that hook in, and then that way when they're older, they'll then want to go buy the boxes for like, you know, $500-$600 or whatever, you know. I personally think they just don't need to do it. And from what I've seen with Magic, it's good for the company, but I feel like it's a short-term gain. I don't think, like, again, I made a video and it basically compared just standard Pokemon booster boxes to Magic collector's boxes, and it's like not even close. Like, I'll give you an example. There was one that came out, I think it was the first one, Thrones of Eldraine, the collector's box. It was pre-ordering for $400, right? And at the same time, it was when it was some Sun and Moon set came out, right? So that Magic Throne of Eldraine collector's box is now like $200, $250. It may have bumped up a bit, since it may be closer to $300 now. But that Pokemon booster box that you could have gotten for like $80 or $90, this is like in 2019. It's $900 now. So it's like, just go do the math, guys. There's literally no reason for Pokemon to do collector's boxes. They don't need to do it. I don't think they should. I think making just the regular booster boxes a little bit more harder to get, and making just tons more of the supplementary products, I think that's what they should do. But let me know what you think. I know it'd be cool to see serialized Pokemon cards, but I don't want to see them do it yet, because I feel like it's like you're kind of admitting defeat when you do it. But I don't know. Let me know what you guys think.